Guys, what's going down? It's MC Noble here. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm just giving you guys a little bit of an update on my Numark MDX 500s and my Numark M6 4-channel mixer. So I got these on Christmas Day. Some of you who are subscribed to me might remember this. And I did a little video telling you guys what I thought, and that was kind of really my first impression. You know, I'd barely been on the equipment, I barely used them, and I didn't really know fully what they were all about. But I've had them quite a few months now. I've been using them, I've been learning them, and I thought I would do this little video to give you guys a little bit of an update as to what I think of them now I've been using them for quite some time. And my personal experience from using these is that they are a great bit of kit. Now, a lot of people ask a question on Facebook when they're thinking about getting a controller or a pair of decks, and you know, thinking about getting some decks, what would people recommend? And 9 times out of 10 there will be at least most of the comments saying get Pioneer, get Pioneer, get Pioneer. And although Pioneer is probably the best make out there, I've used Pioneers before and I can relate and say that Pioneers are better than these, but I still don't see what's wrong in giving something different a try. And like I say, I've been trying these now for probably about 5 months, which is just absolutely crazy. 5 months, it's absolutely madness that I've actually had them this long already. And like I say, they're a great bit of kit. They take USB, they take CD, and they connect to a laptop via the MIDI. And these Numark MDX 500s are just absolutely wicked. The response on the jog wheel is just absolutely fantastic. You spin it and there it's like so tight and it just stops, and you know, you don't have it like spinning for ages on end. It just quickly stops. The pitch control, very nice to use. They are a little sort of quick, I would say. Like if they were a bit tighter, that would be a little better. And there is no click to sort of like tell you when, I guess, you're back in the neutral position. You've got a very nice little screen that just tells you like how long's left on the track, the BPM and the name of the track, which in my opinion, that's all you need. You see these big controllers now that have screens in them, and they tell you all this, and you go through all these different files and everything, and all these different coloured waveforms. And to me, on here I can see like what track the BPM's going to be at. I can see the title of the track. I can scroll through easy without going through this massive list of different files and different buttons. And yeah, I maybe can't connect it to SoundCloud and Spotify through just, you know, using it with the USB mode or whatever, but I'm happy. I've got the tunes on my USB. I know what I want to select, and I can just turn it, select it, push that down, cue it up, and press play. Bang, Bob's your uncle. And it works really well. You've got the source and folder button, so the source can switch between CD, USB and MIDI, and folder is just like your way of going back. So if you're inside a folder, you click folder, it will then take you back to the main list of all the different folders that you have upon your USB stick and stuff like that. And they're just absolutely great. I've not really used any of the cue points yet. I've never really, you know, I'm more about just mixing one track into the other. If I'm honest with you, I'll do a bit of quick mixing, but that's about as far as it goes and stuff like that. You can turn scratch mode on and off, so if scratch is on like halfway through a track, you can like, you know, the track will sort of stop when you touch the jog wheel, and you can scratch it backwards and forwards. The search, that means you can just move the jog wheel like that and it will just search through the track. So if you are bringing the track in and you're just not quite sure what it is, you think you recognise it, you want to see if it's any good or if it will go in properly, you can just have a search through the track, see what you're dealing with. And this sort of brake and reverse, the reverse will play the track in reverse. I've pressed the brake option before. I've never really known like how to properly use that. really on what it does. You've got pitch bend, so that'll like just quickly speed up the track, slow it down. You can also press that, I think, and it will sort of like, instead of moving the jog wheel, if that makes sense to you. And like I say, it's a really great bit of kit. And there's a tap here for sort of like MIDI, USB or something like that. Which again I haven't used, I only really use USB. So moving on to the 4-channel mixer. The 4-channel mixer is great. Only thing I would say about this mixer is you've just got to be a little careful, like when you're mixing, if you've been using these for quite a while and you've been pulling them up and down, wear and tear. I suppose it depends like how rough, depends how gentle you are with these. Like I have sometimes like bashed them up and bashed them down, maybe a little harder than I should have done. But then again, when you're right in the mix, sometimes you're just right in the groove and you're pulling it up and you're pulling it down, and you do sometimes go a little bit tighter or a little bit rougher than you maybe imagined yourself going, or something like that. These buttons here, they can turn the headphones on and off. So if you just want to sort of like, say you got this track up and you're going to bring this one in and you're getting it queued up ready, you can just stop the volume out of that headphone, have a bit more of a better listen to the track that you're going to bring in. Some people actually do mix with one track playing through the headphones, so they'll have the track that's currently playing going through your speaker, and then they'll cue it up by listening to the sound through the actual main speaker, and then they'll actually get it in beat just by hearing this one in the headphones. Me personally, I like to hear both tracks. Like I do occasionally like take that off, just have a quick listen to the track I'm going to bring in, and then I put it back in to actually get it in beat. Example, so it's got 2 microphone inputs, XLR and your normal like phono jack, if that makes sense, your normal like jack microphone lead. It's got a record output, it's got a booth and balance, it's got the master, you can switch between stereo and mono, you can do the CF slope. I've never really properly touched that. You can have multi and split. So you can have like headphones coming, like a song coming through one side of the headphone, and then you can turn that and it'll turn it to the other side of the headphone, which is quite good. You have an option to turn the mic on and off. So like, you know, and if you have it on talk over, I do actually believe it like dips the sound of your music every time you speak. But if you have it on normally, it'll just go over the music and won't affect the music, and obviously off is off. And then for the XLR, this is all your gains for it, and for the actual phono one, mic 2 goes into channel 4, so you just use your sort of like your gain etc to turn your mic up and stuff if you are obviously on channel 4. But I tend to just prefer to use XLR, and then I've got the extra inputs for you know, the extra inputs for using the channel. Obviously, you know, if I want to connect like say a vinyl decking or something, or probably another CDJ or something like that. But all in all, these are a great bit of kit. I wanted to give you guys this update for a while, and I've just sort of like never got you know, around to doing it and stuff like that. Obviously I've gone live and done some mixes on these decks, and I am, like I say, starting to get used to them, starting to get the feel of them a little bit more. But if you are actually thinking about buying these, this wasn't really as such a review. I know I went over some of the features, but this is more like how I like them, like I'm enjoying them. And personally, if I was like being asked by someone like, you know, should I get these, I would definitely say give them a go. I mean, like, if you can afford Pioneer, then I guess go ahead and get Pioneer, because a lot of people will tell you like Pioneer's better, and Pioneer is better. But if you are on a bit of a budget, like, these do the trick. Like, you can do full mixes through them, and you know, you can get good sound quality, and you know, like I said, the jog wheel and everything is all sweet as a nut. And you know, there's good and bad features, I suppose, in every controller. And it's just down to what you want to do and down to what you decide. So please like, do comment, do share, and peace out, peeps.